So, I'm Zach, I'm 46, which I know hardly that's possible, and I also recently got divorced a few years ago, not from Sally though, just a coincidence. But what that does mean is over the last few years I also have had to get used to online dating and the dating apps, and I know, girls, that men on the dating apps don't do ourselves many favours. I know that. There's always a picture of the bloke holding a big fish or a dead animal, or he's sending dick pics, or he's doing something weird like asking if you want to shit on his chest. I know that. But, girls, you don't make it any easier for us. I think there's a lady here who's had that message. But girls, you don't make it any easier for us. So I read the other day, and this is completely borne out by my own experience, that the top 20% best looking men on the apps get all the attention from 80% of the women. So that means if you're a 9 or a 10 as a bloke, if you're one of the best looking blokes, you've got it made. You've got your pick from the 3s, which some of them are going to have to be fucking optimistic there, but from the 3s upwards, alright? Which means the rest of us, we've got the goblins and the 1 and 2 and unless you're a DJ from the 90s, on the 1s and 2s isn't where you want to fucking go. But like I said, that's borne out by my own experience as well, because you'll be going about your day and you suddenly your phone beeps and you go, oh, message from Tinder, somebody has liked you on Tinder. Oh, hello Sandra. 3 teeth, alopecia, and what looks like a fondness for chasing parked cars. Yeah, but Zach, you can't just judge on looks alone. What about personality? She's got a fucking swastika tattooed on her face. Okay, so who here has been on the apps? Who's used them? Yeah? So I guess probably the 4 main ones at the moment are Facebook dating, Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. I tend to think of it like this. So they're all largely the same. You go on there, you upload some pictures of yourself from 10 years ago when you looked a lot better than you do now. Then you tell some lies to make yourself sound more interesting than you actually are. But then you just crack on, but you know that everybody else is doing it, so it's fine. But they are all the same, but they do tend to market themselves slightly differently. Alright, so I tend to think of it like this. Facebook dating, Tinder, that's your Lidl, your Aldi kind of range, complete with weird, crazy shit in the middle aisle. Went in for a pizza, he came out with a gazebo and chlamydia. Bumble's a good solid choice. That's the sort of the middle of the range. That's your Sainsbury's. But then at the other end, you've got Hinge, and I tend to think of Hinge as being the sort of flasher M&S kind of end of the range. These aren't just any middle-aged, damaged people. These are M&S. Middle-aged, damaged people. But what I've also noticed, that, according to the dating apps, is that every single woman between the ages of 40 and 50 who lives within about a 30-mile radius of my house absolutely fucking loves one particular activity, and that is paddleboarding. They're absolutely fucking crazy about paddleboarding. I've never been paddleboarding because I can only assume that all the lakes and rivers anywhere near my house are absolutely teeming with perimenopausal women, but but again, there are some differences, because like I said, all the dating apps are largely the same, but they're slightly different. So if you see a woman on Hinge who's paddleboarding, she's probably on a really expensive paddleboard, probably got a proper 200 quid dry robe on. The background will be a sunset on a really calm sea and everything looks great. On Tinder, she's probably floating down the fucking canal on an old door. But it's the same thing. Now, I know that I've just spent the last 5 minutes ragging on dating sites, but it's not always bad. Sometimes it does work out. I went out with a woman I met on a dating site for a little while, And it was all going well. It's not now, and I'm about to tell you why. It was going well though. And I decided maybe I'll do something nice. Maybe I'll do something romantic, and I'll surprise her. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll book us a weekend away. Later on the day, I phoned her up and said, "Hi, you alright?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "What do you think about city breaks?" And she goes, "I don't really like them. I prefer the countryside." And shit. I said, "Okay, so what do you think about Bristol?" She goes, "I don't really like Bristol. I prefer Bath." And I went, fuck, well, you're not going to like what I've done. She goes, "What have you done? Have you booked a weekend in Bristol?" I said, "No, I fucked your sister." I'll give that later. Thank you very much.